Yasmine Bleeth represents a time when celebrity felt almost untouchable, when television stars seemed woven into everyday life and fame carried a certain mystique. So when older photos or bold fashion moments resurface online, especially those framed with sensational labels suggesting barely their outfits, the internet reacts as if something shocking has just been uncovered. In truth, very little has been discovered at all. What's really happening is repetition. An image is pulled from the past, paired with exaggerated language, and sent back into circulation to trigger reactions. This story isn't about clothing. It's about power, framing, and why viral revealing photo narratives often miss the point entirely. Stay with me until the end, because this perspective matters. We need to start by understanding how images change, meaning once they hit the internet. A photograph on its own is neutral. But when it's shared with mocking captions, suggestive wording, or a tone designed to provoke, it turns into something else entirely. The person in the image stops being a person and becomes a spectacle. That shift isn't entertainment, it's pressure. Fashion choices can reflect trends, artistic direction, or a specific era in pop culture. But online, all of that nuance is stripped away in favor of attention-grabbing phrases meant to spark clicks. Phrases like, "nothing left to the imagination," are especially manipulative. They hint at scandal without offering facts. They invite judgment while avoiding accountability. And they work because they tap into curiosity and gossip. What gets ignored is the reality that every image shows a human being, someone with boundaries, emotions, and a life far more complex than a frozen moment on a screen. There's also a long history at play here. For decades, bold fashion was encouraged by the same media outlets that now resurface old photos with judgmental undertones. Daring styles were once praised, marketed, and monetized. Then cultural tastes shifted, and suddenly those same looks were framed as something to criticize or ridicule. This contradiction places women in an impossible position. Dress modestly and risk being called forgettable. Dress boldly and risk being labeled inappropriate. Either way, control is taken away. Another issue is how misleading photos can be. A picture captures a fraction of a second. It doesn't show context, consent, or intent. It doesn't explain how someone felt that day or what was happening around them. It certainly doesn't tell the full story of their life or career. Yet online culture often treats images as evidence rather than fragments. When photos are reposted repeatedly, people start confusing familiarity with truth. Consent is a crucial part of this conversation. There's a clear difference between images released as part of a professional project and those shared without approval or stripped of their original purpose. Choosing how you present yourself is not the same as losing control over how that image is reused. As viewers, we need to remember that public visibility does not erase personal boundaries. Curiosity does not equal ownership. So why do these images keep resurfacing? The answer is simple: engagement. Social platforms reward content that sparks strong reactions. Dramatic language generates clicks, and clicks generate money. Even when there's no real story, exaggerated framing creates the illusion of controversy. In that process, the individual becomes an algorithmic tool rather than a human being. A better way forward starts with slowing down. Instead of reacting immediately, ask a few questions. Why is this image being shared now? Who benefits from the framing? Is it meant to celebrate someone's work, or is it designed to provoke outrage? That single pause can shift the entire experience. It turns passive consumption into thoughtful observation. If you appreciate conversations that value context over shock and respect over clicks, please like, subscribe, and comment respect. It signals that you want smarter discussions, ones that treat people as people, not punchlines, and helps push better content into the spotlight.